Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aries. So Aries, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Aries, you start your reading very suspicious, but then you end your reading here very happy. And so I feel like there is this evaluation process, or you are just waiting and seeing how things are going to unfold among a group, because I feel like you're part of a group, part of a collective, part of a team, where actually you're being singled out, you're being chosen, you're being handpicked. Um, and at first, you feel that is very strange. That is something very odd. It's out of the norm. It's not something that is, part of the dynamic of the group. And maybe you are attached to the group and you don't want to be singled out. But the thing about who you've become, or who you are about to become, and it's actually like, a blending of both. Who you've become in a very natural way, you're being chosen by the one that you've become. So you're becoming a CEO, or, you're becoming a very important person, in a sense that you're stepping into a role that is going to have a lot of visibility. That there's a reason for that. And at first you're very skeptical. It's like you're not understanding why you're being handpicked. It's like you're not recognizing maybe who you are. But after you are handpicked, it's like you start seeing that the characteristics that this one who is picking you is pointing towards, it's like you realize that yes, you have become that person, and now you are, gladly accepting the proposal, the offer, the position. Okay, so let's begin with the cards. We're starting with the Hangman. And so, first of all, the first thing that I saw blended with what I heard was, wait a second. It's like you distancing yourself from something that is, it's coming from the outside in. This felt like, some sort of boss asking for a meeting with you, or some sort of external action, or external out of the norm type of moment that is in regards to the group that you're part of. The Seven of Wands here is just talking about the collective that you are part of, that you it's like these are your colleagues, these are your friends, these are your co-workers. It feels a very professional setting. It feels it's almost like an honorable title that you're being given because of the Emperor coming next. So all of this is one single thing, right? It's like it's like the card that is symbolizing how you are being singled out from this group, but at first you are suspicious of it, because it's like you feel good among this group. It's like there's nothing wrong with the others. The work is flowing. The relationship is okay. It's like it feels very good. It has nothing to do with the others, right? It's more about who you've become when working with the others, because it feels like here in the Seven of Wands, especially because you see how, the crown of the Emperor has all of these leaves, and sometimes I see the wands as trees. So the way that I'm seeing this, it's almost like in this group you were working with your own leaves. I don't know exactly what that means, but it feels like some type of metaphor to that it's like you were being prepared to take on this role even though you didn't know that, right? It's like you were among people that were all maybe, you know, applying for this position, for this role, or maybe they were, you know, that's the thing. It's like for you, they were just co-workers. It's like you didn't know that you were in a competition or uh, in an interview process, which is interesting because last reading was all about that, right? So it's like you were being prepared. The group that you are part of, or and that you know, felt so good in it, it's like they were preparing you. The characteristics that you were developing among these people were perfect because now you are being chosen. It's like it's coming through as like a scoop, right? It's like this is coming through as a scoop that is making you suspicious because you don't understand how you are being singled out to take on this role or to receive this honor or to receive this prize or whatever it is, if the others should also receive that, right? Because it's like you're not seeing yourself as separately from these ones. There is this recognition of equality, because this is exactly the main trait that you were learning with these people: justice, truth, balance, right? So for you, your suspicion in the first place is because you don't understand why you need to be singled out from this group if everyone in this team, in this group, is equal. So if you are being singled out and you are being told that you deserve this, that you're going to receive, you know, honors and respect and a title, and it's interesting because it's like you're next in this line of succession is what I heard. It's like you're in for the bigger role. You're in for this very important position, but you didn't know that that was what was going on here when you were preparing or when you were being prepared by being in this group, right? Because what you were developing really, Aries, here was this sense of equilibrium and balance and justice and equality and, you know, everyone receiving the same treatment, the same balanced it's like if you feel like you are being singled out because you developed that, your argument here is like, but so does everyone else, right? It's like everyone here deserves this too. And I feel like the way that you are humbly exposing that and saying that, you know, but if I deserve this, then so do this person or this or the other, right? It's like everyone should receive this title as much as I am receiving right now. So your skepticism, your reluctance perhaps is because you didn't want to be separated from them, at least not, you know, because maybe you're seeing this as, you know, you're receiving the honors, but they're not, right? So that's the distinction that for you is not fair, for you is not just, and you're trying to express that. But I feel like there's something about how also these people see you and honor you and see how deserving you are, that they are not bothered by this. It's almost like you're more surprised than they are. It's almost like they were always seeing you or respecting you or recognizing this potential in you to, after all, you know, the Emperor is the Aries card. So perhaps you were working out, and it's so interesting. Okay, so this is the Aries card, right? Whereas this Justice card is Libra. So the opposites, right? The two signs that are the opposite. And I feel like that's what you have been working out right now, or among these people, is how to work your shadow side, right? Because opposite signs in the zodiac wheel, they are usually, the other sign is helping you with what you lack, right? It's like this kind of light and shadow type of energy, right? What one has, the other one lacks, and they complement each other in that sense, right? So if there's a lot of pride, perhaps, or a lot of, you know, self-righteousness here, usually, right? When it's not in balance, then this rises up to the point of arrogance, right? But because you have been developing this ability of yours, this very balanced and very just traits in you, it's like you're bringing into balance your natural characteristics. So therefore, you really do deserve this title, the honors or the respect or the admiration, the position, the role, right? And so this is the reason why these ones here that were seen by you and treated by you as equal, they are not reluctant as you are, or they are not questioning the moment that you're chosen, that you're handpicked by this hanged man, because they open up, right? The Nine of Wands, it's just talking about how they, it's like, when you are in a group, in a circle, and it's like you're here already the center of attention, right? You're this one here in the center, being praised, perhaps, it's what I just heard, by them. And it's like they are happy for you. They're not, it's like they are not jealous of you. They are happy for you because the way that they see you, it's like they open up this path for you, right? It's almost like they are saying, yes, you deserve this, go for it, right? Because you have achieved this ability to complement your natural emperor role with this Librian type of very just manner, right? Very it's like you have been able to join Aries and Libra in a very balanced way, in a very complementary way. Therefore, you're not only being handpicked by somebody that is coming from the outside in, right? Somebody that doesn't belong naturally to this group, but also by your colleagues, also by the ones who are there with you. It's like they are showing already the respect. They are already bowing to you and saying, yes, you deserve this, go for it. And it's like for you, this comes as a surprise, because the Five of Pentacles next, it's like this is you seeing that position in a very palpable, very concrete, very tangible way when you're outside of this group, right? It's like when you are heading towards another position where it's not here anymore, right? It's like if you felt like you belonged here, that you were welcomed by these people, and they helped you to develop all of the traits that you were lacking, perhaps, right? In terms of being humble, being just, being fair, being right, being truthful, being rational, being sensible, all of that, right? It's like you, not only you have earned their respect, but it's like they in their heads, because they're not in your position, they are seeing the Nine of Wands as an incredible new challenge that are about to embark on. But the moment that, it's almost like, because when you were here, you couldn't see, it's like there was this gap, right? You couldn't see the position. It's like you were being promised something, or you were being given some sort of role, but for you it was too abstract, it was too distant. And then when these ones are no longer surrounding you and creating this gap, right, between you and the position, because this is how I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has, it brings so many meanings. It's the X on the map. It's the individual self taking ownership of your own body, of your own individuality. But there's also something that is like this place, this location. And I feel like for you, Aries, this is a combination of all of them. It's like for maybe, if you were so happy and so satisfied in being this group, it's like they were being great coworkers, right? They were being great help for you to recognize the things that you were lacking and helping to develop that. um it's like you, as much as they have a lot of respect for you, you have a lot of respect for them. Therefore, the challenge that now you are accepting, because you're seeing what you're signing up for, right? It's like, if this is what you're being promised or what you're being offered, then you are starting to see it more concretely the moment that you're not seeing yourself in that group anymore, right? It's almost like that reality was everything that you could perceive. Now that they're showing their admiration, their respect, and it's almost like they're encouraging you, right? They are stepping to the sidelines to say, go shine, accept this. You deserve this position. It's like you start seeing the reality of how this could be, of what it would feel like if you stepped into that role, if you took ownership of that position. And it feels good. It feels very, very good, Aries. With the Sun card ending here, what they are seeing as a new challenge, right? With the traditional meaning of the Nine of Wands, which could be, it's almost like, okay, so that's the thing. If in your vision, everyone around you could also, receive this title as much as you, it's like you don't see any type of distinction that would really single you out from any of these people. But from their perspective, they do see that difference, because it's like the double meaning from the Nine of Wands. The way that they see it, it's almost like, maybe what comes with this crown is an incredible burden, right? It's like an incredible responsibility, let's put it that way. So maybe they are not ready for that, or maybe they just feel like you are ready, right? And it's not about them, it's about you. They feel like you're ready to take on that responsibility. And for you, the moment that you start acknowledging that this is a real possibility, that this is not some abstract idea or some distant thing, right? It's actually being presented to you with all of its practical details, with all of the terms of the contract, with it's like it's real. It's not something that is just in your imagination, or something that somebody said to the boss of the boss, or it's like that chit chat. It's not that. It's a real thing. So for you, the other meaning of the Nine of Wands, when you start seeing the reality of this, is that this could be a very potent, yes, new challenge, but the way that you're seeing the challenge is with enthusiasm, is with joy, is with motivation, and something that really sparks a lot of happiness. It's like you're happy to do so. It's like you're happy to take on this role of the Emperor and see how you are going to fit into that role, how you're going to sit in that chair and take ownership of that position and play with it. Right? It's like the Sun card, sometimes it brings this playfulness. And I feel like for you, the challenge is coming through a lot more like a playful type of endeavor instead of a burdensome one, right? So it feels like, even though you are a little bit hesitant in the beginning or suspicious, it feels like you take ownership of that. It feels like you're happy to be singled out, to be chosen, to be handpicked by this Hanged Man, even though things, maybe until now, it's like you were in a position where you thought things weren't going to change because, you know, they were stagnant for so long that, you know, why would you be handpicked right now? But I feel like that's exactly what is happening, because you have achieved, it seems, this beautiful balance between your nature and your shadow side, right? It's like you have integrated your light and your shadow in a beautiful way. So you deserve this. Go for it and be happy. Play with it. So, Aries, I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.